Hey, it really is me again, your Queen Time Machine, Dr. Brenda Bowers, and I am only one clock tick away from telling you about Bondi Beach in Sydney, Australia. Do you know that right now it is almost 3 p.m. on Monday, almost 24 hours since the incident at Bondi Beach. So I did not spend time on Bondi Beach, but I did a ferry tour around all of the beaches, and Bondi was one of them. So beautiful. Let me tell you about Bondi Beach before we talk about the massacre that occurred there against the Jewish individuals, our brothers and sisters who were celebrating day one of the celebration of Hanukkah, where there were probably about 1,000 people gathered. You know what I'm asking you to do, simply because we can. I'm never asking for permission, but I am providing perspective. And then I'm just asking those of you who have a like mind and heart, if you will please stand with me in solidarity. And I'm asking for 1/10 of everything I post. So that last post where I gave you education on Hanukkah, it was about 15 minutes long. 15 minutes is 900 seconds. So I'm asking if you will stand with me in solidarity for 90 seconds for peace and against violence. If you will stand with me for almost 9 billion people on this entire planet so that we could end poverty, end homelessness, end hunger, end individuals not being able to have clean water, mothers not having milk to be able to nurse their children because theirs is contaminated due to environmental circumstances, so that we can eliminate any sex trafficking, anything that comes against human rights, whether it is racism, whether it is origin, whether it is gender specificity, whatever it is that is coming to attack the creation. I represent the Kingdom Time Zone, and it is God's clock. All I'm doing is supporting Creation's Watch. And those of you who want to support that with me, I'm asking if of our 86,400 that we get every day, if you will just help me to create positive change for our world, one solidarity second at a time, because we can. That's the only reason why. Let me tell you about Bondi Beach. Such a beautiful place. It is an iconic Australian landmark, and it is known for its large number of visitors and its vibrant local population. Key statistics cover its geography, population demographics, and tourism figures. Let me give you those. It's about 7 kilometers, which is about 4.3 miles east of the Sydney Central Business District in the local government area of Waverley Council. The length of it, the crescent-shaped beach, is approximately 1 kilometer or 0.62 miles long. The area surrounding suburb has a total area of 1.22 square kilometers or about 0.47 square miles, and it holds a national heritage status as a symbol of Australia's beach culture, and is patrolled by lifeguards year-round. Based on 2021 Australian census, the suburb of Bondi Beach, because it is also a suburb, it has about 11,513 residents. It's split about 50-50 between female and male. The median age is about 33. Diversity in 2016, 45.3% of the people were born in Australia that live there. And it really represents the international character of the continent, the country, and the state. From a tourism standpoint, it is the most visited tourism site, and it attracts million visitors annually. In 2024, approximately 2.64 million domestic and international tourists visited Bondi Beach alone. Of all the beaches around the Sydney area, that's just Bondi. On a typical day in 2024, the beach averaged about 7,233 visitors, but this can swell to 50,000 visitors per day on peak summer days. And Visitor Origins 2024, among international visitors, the largest group came from Korea and China, about 13% each, followed by the United States at 11%, and then the UK at 10%. And the primary purpose, 63% of international visitors come for leisure and for holidays. So when we look at Bondi Beach, it could be up to 50,000 people could visit it in a day. So what a great place to celebrate Hanukkah. Also, they have the second largest Jewish population is in Australia. So being able to celebrate is just apropos for the population and for the celebrating nation to come together. Now, because of the high terrorist alerts and attacks, we do know that many are celebrating Jewish holidays. However, they are doing it without public announcement to avoid any anti Semitic attacks. Well, Australia, unfortunately, did not escape that this year. On the day in which I left, this is what happened. New South Wales police said that 15 people, including a 10-year-old girl, were killed in a shooting at Bondi Beach, the beach that I just told you about. And the age range that was there for this holiday celebration, if you want to know about Hanukkah, then watch the video that preceded this one. The age ranged from 10 to 87. The attack happened while the event was being held to mark the start of Hanukkah, which in Australia would have been yesterday. In the United States, that is today. Two gunmen that were identified were father and son. 50-year-old man who did die at the scene. 24-year-old son remains in the hospital in critical condition. And the 50-year-old man was a gun club member, and he did hold a license for long arms, says the police. And the Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, called the attack an act of pure evil that was deliberately targeting the Jewish community. There's video. I am giving you statistics from the from BBS. So I'm giving this to you from the British news. You can get it from bbs.com. I'm not giving you this from I'm not looking into a ball and pulling this out of a hat. So you can go to bbc.com and see this same information. I am just giving you some highlight first to just tell you what magnificently beautiful of a place this is and how horrific this act is, and the power that we have to turn it around, because that's what this is all about. Horrible act, but it was day one of Hanukkah, not day 8. And I am asking you to help me celebrate. I don't care what your background is. I don't care what your ethnicity or your belief is. What I care about is that we are all part of this global population, this race that's called human. And if we stand together, we can shift the negativity, and we know that we can turn anything around for the betterment. And in fact, even in the midst of this horrific act, what we are hearing from the officials in Australia is please continue to put flowers down at the beach. Continue to return to the celebration. Continue to make sure that we are not allowing this noise to disrupt the safety of Australia. Well, I want to take that further and say, let us make enough noise to bring safety to the world. Now, it is very hard to get a gun license in Australia, but this person was a member of the gun club, and they are looking into that. They are looking at the firearm laws in Australia, and Australia has positioned itself as having some of the most stringent gun laws on the planet of anywhere to be able to get them. However, at this time, of course, it creates the need to relook at everything, and they are. But they shouldn't have to look at it alone, because we are looking at it with them. And we're not just looking at the firearm element. What we're looking at is attack on people. We are all people. And so I want to say to our Jewish brothers and sisters, we stand with you. I want to say with the citizens of Bondi Beach, we stand with you. I want to say that we stand together, that we are strengthened because of the things that come to harm us and destroy us. We will not be destroyed because of acts of violence. And I'm asking you to stand with me. I'm asking for 1 second for every minute of every post that I do, for you to stand with me in solidarity as we stand for peace, and as we stand against poverty, and as we stand against racism, and as we stand against violence, and as we stand against poverty, and against homelessness, and against hunger, and against everything that divides us. I want you to give me 1 second for every minute of every post that I do to make a commitment in solidarity to unite us. If we disagree on 99.99% of the things, I'm asking you to find that 0.01% and give it 100% for 1 second of every minute of my posts. And I believe that we can change the face of the planet for good. And I know that I don't believe that by myself. How many of you will agree with me? Now, this has been a 10-minute post. So that means all I'm asking you for is 1 minute, and that's 60 seconds. Now, I have to talk to you about something else, because not only was Hanukkah on Christmas on the year I was born, I'm just learning about this Kingdom Time Zone assignment that I'm on more and more and more. But also another unfortunate event during the time that I was traveling that happened at Brown University. And now the person of interest that's being held is from a very small suburb, not far from where I live. So I'm going to give some information as we find out more about that on tomorrow. I'm going to let that news kind of settle a little bit, but Brown University, there is a person of interest that has been identified to have resided in a suburb called Cedarburg, Wisconsin, and also someone who studied at University of Milwaukee, our local university here. But guess what? We believe in positive change. And we believe in positive change based on unity, not for any particular segregated population, but for the unity of the people of the planet and of the creation that keeps the ecosystem, our system, alive. And I'm talking about totality, split us fiscally, racially, by gender, by ethnicity, by color, by belief, by social economics, by whatever stratification you want. At the end of the day, I'm asking you to find the part that keeps us in unity, in sync, and alike. Because we can always find stuff that divides us. I'm asking you to stand with me for 1 second of every minute of every post that I make. Why? Because in solidarity, 1 second at a time, 1 solidarity second at a time, because we can, we're going to change everything for the good. There is a generation that's going to rise up and worship, and I believe that you're part of it with me. Just me, your Queen Time Machine. And you're going to see me in one quick clock tick. I believe it. Do you? Until soon. It's always only until soon. And you know when soon is? Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And I've experienced all three in one day. So, hey, you can't convince me differently. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for giving me 1 second of every minute to agree that we can. Won't you share that you are? I can't promise you anything except results of what happens when people unite. Thank you so much. Me, Dr. B, your Queen Time Machine. Until soon, which is yesterday, today, tomorrow, and forever. I got pay. And shalom.